Hey everyone, Jim from Blackline Sabers, back again with another saber installation video. This one's for a customer. Just finished it up. I wanted to show it off, and it's also my first Saberstaff. This is the 2020 Korbanth Satele. These are, you probably call it the 2021 Satele Shan Korbanth hilt, because these were, it got to the customer right before the end of the year, and got in my hands shortly thereafter. So I've been working on it for a few weeks now. But yeah, Satele Shan's character from the Old Republic MMO game, from about 10 years ago, Grand Master of the Jedi Order at the time. I will be completely honest, I didn't play the game. MMOs really aren't my deal, but this doing this helped gave me an opportunity to look into a little bit more about her, and also learn that she is voiced by the great Jennifer Hale, who's Fem Shep for all you Mass Effect fans. But anyway, this is the hilt. It's a really unique design. Start at the top here. It's got these windows here. There are three sets of them, so 9 windows total. That goes down into a thin neck with these little support structure things here. And then when you get down into the main body of the hilt, you've got this really intricate etching on here. Look at how just detailed that is. And then of course you've got your power and auxiliary button here. Get down to the middle, you've got a coupler with sound venting here as well. And the other side is exactly the same, power and auxiliary, just a mirrored version. Anyway, on the coupler, this is held together with 6 different screws, 3 for each side of the hilt. 1, 2, 3, and then same on the other side. I don't think there's any chassis available for this hilt yet, so I designed one, and it will be available to anyone looking to install this hilt in the future. Be on the Shapeways and Etsy page. Cool thing about this is that it's powered by basically it's 2 sabers butt to butt, 2 Proffie boards, 2 18650 batteries, 2 speakers, all that good stuff. So also batteries are removable, which I'll show you off in a little bit. When you get the kit, it comes with the coupler and two pommels in case you want to do 2 separate sabers. Also comes with an Allen wrench for the coupler screws, but the Allen wrench does not fit the blade retention, so gotta find another one for that. Anyway, I'm only going to take apart one of them because they're both the same, so it would be redundant. Anyway, these are both in the on position right now, so I could fire them up for you, but I want to show off the chassis first because, like I said, I designed it. So unscrew the three screws here. One, make sure you don't lose them. And 2. And it's good that they gave you a longer handle Allen wrench or Allen key, so you can, if you need to get some additional torque on there, you can use the long end to do that. All right, so screws are out. There we go. So the way that this hilt comes together is it's basically 2 pieces. You've got this upper part screws into the main body, and the switch PCB is housed in between them. So you either had to unscrew all these little support things to pull out the chassis, or you could do a removable system. So that's what I went for. I went for the entirely removable chassis. This is, you can see down in there, there's the other end of the PCB. This is a Smuggler's Outpost 14 pin 14 pin connector connects for the data line, the 2 buttons, and the positive and negative for the Neopixel. So I'll shelf the chassis a little bit more here. As you can see, removable battery, kill switch, Proffie 2.2, 28 millimeter speaker, because the inside is 28 millimeter. And yeah, cool thing about this one is that you can put it in at any angle you want, so you don't need to line it up with anything specific. You just make sure you don't touch the pins onto the side of the blade or side of the hilt and slide it in. The pins, it's going to stick out a little bit there, but when the pins compress down, it's fit perfectly. It's for the other 3D printed piece here in the coupler to hold it in place. So I printed an extra piece here to hold when these are all screwed together. It holds both the both sides of the chassis in place. If you just want to do one of the single hilts, that 3D printed piece is not necessary, because the pommel cap works the same way. So it pushes down on that and provides the necessary, I guess, push the other way to hold it in place. Anyway, both of these chassis are removable, so they kind of just slide out, change your battery, slide in, good to go. And then, well, once you screw it back in, that is. So let me do that real quick. Screw this. To get it back on, you just want to push it down, line up your screw holes, get yourself a screw. If I could find them. There we go. Said you don't want to lose them, and here I am practically losing them. Okay, here we go. Screw this one in. And get it all the way in there tight. Okay. You do want to provide some force onto here to keep those springs, the pogo pins, depressed so that your screw holes line up. There we go. All right. Tight. One more. Appreciate everybody being patient while you guys watch me screw in some. Yeah. Okay. Last one. Going in now. All right. So, as I mentioned, power buttons right here. Since these are 2 independent Proffies, there's not one button that will turn them both on at the same time. So I'm going to do that right now. This font is Repulse Custom Sounds Grand Legacy. So it's a Satele Shan font.
I trust the will of the Force.
There's one with the pre-on.
I trust the will of the Force.
And they change too. It's not just the same thing over and over again. But there you go. Got both on. Both of their smooth swing. You got double blaster deflect if you want to. Okay, I'm not putting the blades in here because I would break something. So we're going to change locations to show off the blade effects here in a little bit. But another thing I wanted to show off is this. I wanted a way to ignite both blades at the same time, and unless you're going like this and clicking the buttons, which I think looks silly, needed something else. So luckily, some of the smarter folks than I am that work with Proffies have written in code that you can do a twist on, and twist off. There we go. Twist on, twist off. Perfect. All right, so that's the hilt, showing the chassis. Next thing you're going to see, the blade effects. Here we are in my garage for a little bit more room to swing this thing around, show off the Neopixel blade effects. This is the Satele Shan font by Repulse Custom Sounds called the Grand Legacy. Alright, smooth swing out of both speakers. Blaster deflect. Clash. Lock up. And force speed boost, so when you trigger a force effect, the blades will turn a brighter color when you swing them around. There's the retraction. Switch to the next, which is
Light and dark existing perfect balance.
same font, but orange color. That was a customer request. There we go. On to Satele Shan font. Get the Shans together, right? Satele is Bastille's descendant. Satele is in the Old Republic game, and Bastille is in Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR. Got that gold blade. Clashes blasters. And retract there. Second sister, this is a style from Jedi Fallen Order. So it's got a pulsing on the blades. We'll do the twist one more time. There we go. Fet 263 is just a wizard with these blade effects. This is directly mimics what the lightsabers do in the video game. You got your drag here. I think this is in battle mode, so that's why it's not doing specific things. But anyway, there we go. And move to the next. Same.
Second sister.
Also second sister, but orange color this time. There we go. Rey, the Rise of Skywalker from Korbanth. Got that dual hums going on. It's kind of like what if Rey had that double-sided saber she was supposed to have from Duel of the Fates. There we go. So this is Fire by Kyberphonics, one of my favorite fonts. It's that fire sound with a fire blade. It's like you can really twirl this thing around and just sounds great. It's got the responsive blade too, so you got shorter fire up here, longer up here, just like a real fire blade. It switches based on the blade angle. There we go. Must have turned one off. Oh, the light. There we go. The motion sensor. There we go. The motion sensor wasn't picking me up in the garage, so it is what it is. Okay, moving on. Electric mouse, inspired by Pikachu. So I'm going to do that ignition one more time because that was a lightning strike on the blade and then it ignited in that yellow unstable. Pretty cool, huh? And then the music is it's kind of like those old Super Star Wars games, or maybe the ones for the original Nintendo. What a lightsaber would sound like here, but still smooth swing. Okay, moving on. Porgs. Space Puff, and this is an old Shameen font. Still one of my faves. So I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but I tried to get the blade to look as much like water as possible. So that's kind of, you hear the waves from Octo with the porgs. Is the Flatulence Font. If you guys recall, I did a video back in May of 2020 for a friend of mine and created a fart sound font. And this is it. This is for the same client, so she gets to have this one as well on her saber. The reason that these are lit up green at the bottom is because this is the VU meter blade effect, so it'll show the amount of sound coming out of each speaker when it's running. So obviously there's nothing right now, but let's fire it up and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Smooth swing, so fart swingy swing. Lovely. Okay. The next one I'm going to skip past because it's the Tread Sky sound font, and also on the video from May, which was the Pack Store's Silly Saber. See if I can get past it. So yeah, I want to keep this PG because that one is not a PG sound font at all. Yeah. So battery level, this one's a little bit higher than this one, so I'll end up charging both these batteries before it goes back to the customer. But the last, that's the last font on here that we get back to.
Light and dark exist in perfect balance.
Back to Satele. All right. Well, that is the first Saberstaff, and I gotta admit, doing this video is a little bit more challenging without, with two sabers. And this thing is, I'm 6 feet tall, and oh shoot, let me turn the. Come on. There we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, gotta make do with what I have. I don't have a big expensive operation where I have a studio that I can make these videos in. So sometimes when I needed space, the garage will do it. Yeah, anyway, this thing is over, I'm 6 feet tall, so I would say it's probably 7 feet in length once it's all assembled. But yeah, a lot of fun. Interesting possibilities with the saber. Lovely hilt. Would recommend. Look forward to do some more saber videos. Keep track of the channel by liking, subscribing, doing all that fun stuff. Got more fun saber videos coming up, and look forward to sharing those with you guys. So may the force be with you. Rapid Saw.